Hello, my most amazing artists. So we have our little sloths all ready to go. They're outlined and they're drawn, and I saw what you did, and they're so cute. So today we're going to actually add some color to our sloths. Now you can use the book, But First We Nap, and I'll post it on this assignment as inspiration for how you want to color your sloth and maybe give him some texture for the fur. And however you want to color it. However, if you don't want to make your sloth gray and you want to make your sloth a different color, that's absolutely okay. It's your sloth. You can make it the color you want. If you do flowers or leaves on your tree branch, you might want to color those a different color than you color your sloth. But again, you're the artist today. You get to make all these choices. So I've decided this is going to be a choose what you want to use to color your sloth. You can either use crayons, or you can get out your oil pastels. Now you're probably going to have more color selection in your crayon box, but oil pastels are pretty fun too. So I'm going to use oil pastels. I feel like that's what most of us are going to want to do. So that my color palette's limited, and I'm kind of looking at the sloth on the story, and I like that the sloth is gray. So I think I'm going to use some gray on my sloth here. I might actually use a combination of oil pastels and crayons. It's really whatever you're feeling like. So to give the illusion of fur on your sloth, you might want to color kind of using like lines, just using some lines. And I might actually go back and forth between, and I'm using my lines kind of following the curve that I drew. Oh, I kind of like that. So I'm going to just go back and forth with my gray and my black and kind of make it look like he has a lot of fur. And I'm just doing small lines to make it look like he has a texture. Because we want that illusion of texture. And I would keep doing this, and I'd follow the lines on my feet and around my head. Now his little face, I'm going to leave this part of his face white. I might actually color his nose in black, but if you want your nose to be pink, you can do that too. Now his eyes, around his eyes, are a different color. Now this could be the same color used here, or I might actually get my crayon out and really color kind of darkly. So it's a little different. So if you want to use crayons or oil pastels, it's really up to you. The main thing is when we're coloring, it needs to be waxy, or you need to feel it, because we're going to be painting the sky next week, and we don't want the paint to get into our sloth. So on your sloth, you can leave the inside of his face, you can leave it white if you want to, or you can color it a really light color. You just don't want it so dark his little eyes disappear. So remember, if we're using oil pastel, you don't want to do what Mrs. Cole just did and smear it. So now my sloth has a little freckle. So if you like the idea of giving it texture with your oil pastels going back and forth, that's absolutely perfect. If you want to draw your texture on with your Sharpie first and then color with crayon, that's fine too. It's your sloth. If you don't want to use gray and you want to use brown, or you want your sloth to be blue, again, it's your choice. So you're going to color your sloth. I do want to see some sort of texture in his body. Then you want to color your tree branch. Just be careful when you're coloring your tree branch that you color under his belly carefully and try to stay in the lines. Remember, when we color with oil pastel, we want it to be nice and rich and creamy. Your oil pastel should kind of slide. Sometimes I color in small little circles. You don't want to rush with oil pastel or even crayon. We want it to be nice and smooth. It should almost look like we painted it on. And I have a feeling most of my friends are going to be using oil pastels, but if you like to use crayons, because crayons have more variety of color for you, that's fine. Or if you have a lot of oil pastels in an art kit, you can use that too, whatever you have at home. It just needs to be oil pastel or crayon, because we want that resist next week when we're painting. So I'm not going to sit here and make you watch me color. You guys know how to color. Good craftsmanship. Show me some sort of texture on your sloth. Color your tree branch, and then your leaves or flowers or whatever you did. Remember, if you're using crayons or even if you're using oil pastels, you can mix colors together and create a new color. So I can put dark green down, and then I can mix some light green on top of it and kind of get a really cool effect. And I can just play around with my colors and have fun. Try your best to take your time, stay inside the lines, and if you get a little outside the lines, that's okay. So you can have fun with it, really get creative. So just remember with your sloth, try to follow the line of the drawing, doing short lines. If you want to do 2 colors, you can do the 2 colors. If you just want to do the 1 color, that's fine too. So have fun with your sloth. If you want to leave his little toes white, you can. You can leave his little face white. Other than that, just color your tree, your sloth, and any designs you put like flowers or whatever. When you're all done, that's it for today. We're just going to get through coloring because I'm really stressing slowing down, creating a texture, and smoothing out our crayon so it's nice and waxy or it feels finished. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. I can't wait to see your colored sloths. Goodbye, my most amazing artists.